How's it going, everybody? Desir here, and we have our round 3 matchup for Cosmic Crucible. Today we're going against Birdman, and we're in the championship bracket. If we get this win today, we will be in the top 100 going into next week, which is pretty amazing, and I'm very excited about this. Hopefully we're able to get the W. Now this is going to be a very tough matchup. Birdman is a very good player. One of my friends in the game, Old Timey, has faced him before, and they had a pretty epic bout. Now, as a reminder, as always, if you do like this video, please remember to give this a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We're pushing for that 1,000 subs, so if you haven't done so, please do so. Without further ado, let's check out my opponent today, Birdman. Birdman is 107 million TCP, so this is going to be about a 12 or 13 million punch for me, which isn't terrible. The concerning thing is that they have not dropped one fight this entire time, so they're a very good player that you can tell just based off of that. What we're going to check out next is going to be the defense. We need to see if they're going to be a defensive player or an offensive player. Concerning they haven't dropped one fight, that tells me they're going to have a lot of things on the offensive side of things. Let's go ahead and check out the defense now. In stage 1, they're actually using a team that I used for quite some time. That's going to be the Gambit, Rogue, Forge, along with the 2-piece Out of Time in Black Knight and Captain America. Stage 2, they have the Hive Mind Super Skrull Sasquatch team, and that Super Skrull is 2 diamonds, so that's pretty beefy. Stage 3, they have the full Spider Society team. Stage 4 is a pretty interesting mix. They have Zombie Juggernaut, Nightcrawler, Old Man Logan, Pandapool, and Guardians. They're all going to have that offense up and barrier on spawn. In Stage 5, they have the Infinity Watch. In Stage 6, they have Darkhold with Daken and Quicksilver. So they're definitely an offensive-minded individual, so they're going to have a lot of things on there. So let's go ahead and start our attacks. In stage 1, we're actually going to use our Cabal team, and we're going to add in Kang to get the speed up, and we're going to add in Ultimus, because if Rogue and Black Knight having those taunts, we should be able to get quite a bit of speed bar with that Ultimus. Kang will be going first here, even though there's the pre-taunt that would speed up Ultimus, Kang still gets the turn. So we're going to start by using the basic into the Black Knight. We do end up pushing the Black Knight so far down that the Captain America does get the reflex of taunt. Ultimus ends up getting turn meter and he gets the turn. We use the ultimate into the Captain America and he just kills him outright. For Iron Patriot's turn, we're going to target the Black Knight and use the special. Black Knight did end up getting killed off by that, so now it is Namor's turn. We're going to stay targeted on the Gambit and use the ultimate. That did end up killing the Forge, and the assist ended up taking out the Gambit. For Leader's turn, we use the special into the Rogue, and we get the victory. For stage 2, we're going to use our Apocalypse, Red Hulk, Vulture, Emma, and Wolverine. Now I do want to give a quick disclosure about this matchup. When you use this type of team, make sure that you make Vulture a skirmisher, otherwise you're going to be relying on RNG to get the vulnerable on the Super Skrull, and you're going to see what ends up happening here. In this matchup, Vulture will be going first. We use the ultimate, and as you see, we did not get the vulnerable on the Super Skrulls. This counter is going to go miserable right now. Red Hulk does the special, Apocalypse does the ultimate, and we are able to get off the Sasquatch. However, when we use the ultimate on the Super Skrull, we didn't get the kill. So I'm going to back out, and I end up giving this one more go. So at this time, I really wasn't feeling good. I had a pretty bad migraine going on. I should have actually stopped fighting. However, I ended up being stubborn and trying this one more time. I swapped the Wolverine out for the Nova, thinking that he might be able to last a little bit longer because of the charges. But again, I did not change the ISO on the Vulture, so you're going to see what happens here again. So Vulture goes first again. We use the ultimate. Again, we did not get the crit on the Super Skrull, so we're not going to get the ISO strike for the Apocalypse, which is very important in this matchup. Red Hulk does the special, Apocalypse does the ultimate, we get through the Sasquatch, But again, because there's no vulnerable when I use the Falcon Punch, I don't get the kill. The important thing is, if Vulture is a skirmisher, you'd actually get a triple tap, and that would have actually killed him off, and I could have one-shot this. Instead, I'm going to let this play out, and I'm going to aim to try to do the cleanup on this one, hoping that my defense holds up. So for the cleanup, I was hoping that the Hive Mind would work. I know that the Super Skrull would get extra turns, however he already burned his ultimate, so I was hoping I'd be able to last through this and hopefully get the clear because the Super Skrull is pretty low on health. Let's see what happens. So when I load in, because of all the buffs, Super Skrull goes first. He ends up doing the special into the Venom and rewinding Venom and the Void Knight. The enemy Void Knight ends up doing the ultimate to pull us all in, and the Carnage ends up doing the ultimate, and they end up killing my Carnage right off the bat, so there goes my speed bar manipulation. My Gwenum is up. I end up targeting the Void Knight and using the ultimate here, even though that's gonna try to put some debuffs on the other side, which will speed up the Super Skrull. The Red Goblin ends up using his ultimate to throw it back at me. This is pretty much a wash, so I'm gonna back out and save this team. For stage 3, I'm going to use my Secret Defenders with Cosmic Ghost Rider. This is a really good counter into the Spider Society team, so that's why I end up using that here. The Spider-Man Noir ends up going first and uses the ultimate targeted on the Photon, which gets a lot of bleeds on our Cosmic Ghost Rider. Our Ms. Marvel highlights up, we use the ultimate targeted on the Spider-Man Pavitra to give a nice rewind to that side of the field. Black Cat's going to use the special on Peter B. Parker, so we do get the trauma stun out there. For Ghost Rider Robbie, we target the Penny and use the special. That ends up getting the ability block on the Penny, so we're able to get through that resist. Spider-Man Noir ends up doing the special and gets more bleeds on our Cosmic Ghost Rider, which he unfortunately does end up bleeding out. For Black Cat's turn, we're going to target the Penny and try to focus her down a little bit, so we use the ultimate to give a nice turn meter rewind to her. For Ghost Rider Robbie, we use the ultimate, so we get a lot more bleeds out there. Ms. Marvel Harlight's going to use the special on the Peter B. Parker. For Ghost Rider Robbie's turn, we end up doing the basic. We're going to target the Peter B. Parker. We want to try to focus him down right now. Photon's up, we end up using the ultimate, we do a nice AoE hit, where you're able to get through the Peter B. Parker and the Ghost Spider. Penny ends up bleeding out, and now we have a very easy cleanup on the Spider-Man Pavitra and the Spider-Man Noir. For stage 4, we're going to end up using our Illuminati. They're able to shut down the assist that Old Man Logan brings, along with the speed bar that he always gains. So this should be a very easy counter. Black Panther Shuri will be going first here. We're going to use the special on the Zombie Juggernaut, and we get a nice rebound chain between the Zombie Juggernaut and the Nightcrawler. Hank Pym is up, we use the special targeted on the Zombie Juggernaut, and we're able to get off the taunt now. Captain Britain's going to target the Old Man Logan, and I wasn't sure which move would be more beneficial. I do opt to go for the ultimate so we can get a trauma on the Old Man Logan. Mr. Fantastic is up, we end up using the ultimate, and we end up killing the Zombie Juggernaut, and the Black Bolt's able to use the special on the Old Man Logan, which ends up killing him, and we're able to get through the Guardian as well. Now we have very easy targets in the Pandapool and the Nightcrawler. Hank Pym's going to use the basic on the Nightcrawler. We're going to try to focus him down first. Captain Britain's going to end up using the special on the Nightcrawler, so we get a stun on him, a nice rebound chain back and forth, and we're able to get through the Nightcrawler, and we have a very easy kill on the Pandapool. For stage 5, we're going to use our Tangled Web, Kestrel, Ironman Infinity War, and Northstar. This should be able to take out the Infinity Watch fairly easy in this room. Spider-Man 2099 will be going first. We're going to target the enemy Nebula and use the ultimate first. Spider Weaver's up, we use the ultimate so we now have charges up to protect us. For Northstar's turn, we use the ultimate that is able to take all of those revive onces off of the Infinity Watch team. For Kestrel, we end up targeting the Atom Warlock and use the special. That does end up taking out the Nebula, and we do some pretty good damage on the Gamora as well. For Iron Man Infinity War, we target the Gamora and use the special. We get a nice rebound chain there. For Spider Weaver's turn, we do opt to go for the special. I want to get a rebound chain and hopefully take out the Gamora, which we unfortunately did not. Spider-Man 2099 is going to use the special. Northstar also used the special and we're able to kill the Gamora. For Kestrel's turn, we use the ultimate on the Atom Warlock. Iron Man Infinity War, we use the ultimate. The ping does end up taking out Phyla-Vell, and we have a very easy cleanup on the Moondragon now. For stage 6, we're going to use our full Hive Mind team. The goal of this matchup is to survive the opening barrage of the opponent, rebound, knock them low, and get that turn meter advantage on them. Void Knight will be going first in this matchup. First, we're going to target the Morgan Le Fay and use the ultimate ability. We were able to get through her resist, and we did end up landing that ability block on her. For Carnage's turn, we target the Quicksilver and use the ultimate. The main reason was to get the disrupt on him. Unfortunately, we did end up pushing him a little bit too far and he got his turn off. Gwenum's up, we end up using the ultimate and we do a nice AoE hit. Daken does end up popping off on us a little bit, but we're able to survive this. For Venom's turn, I remember he had a cleanse on one of his abilities, so I look at both abilities, and I did discover that it was on his ultimate, so we're actually going to use the ultimate ability here, so we are able to get the debuffs off of our Void Knight. Red Goblin was able to survive this, so we use the ultimate, we do throw all the negative effects back at the opponent, and we're able to recover fairly well from this now. Red Goblin now uses his special ability. We do a nice AoE hit because they're all clumped together. Void Knight also used the special. Again, it's a nice AoE hit because we did clump them together again. Void Knight's able to use the ultimate, so we used that, and now we're able to really walk through this team. As long as you can survive that opening barrage, this counter does look to be pretty good against this team. And we unfortunately didn't get the victory on this one because of that stage 2. My opponent was able to one-shot everything. They got a 50,152. we got a 41,820. If we didn't have that mess up on stage 2, we probably would have beaten them in the efficiency game, it looks like. But let's go ahead anyways, check out the defenses to see what happened. For stage 1, we end up using the Cabal, Ultimus, and Kang. We did get an 83-66, which was a pretty good score. This was into the X-Men with the out of time combo. For stage 2, this is where we had the mess up with the Apocalypse, Red Hulk, and we had the wrong ISO on the Vulture, which did unfortunately cost us the matchup. We got 5 points on this one. For stage 3, we lost the Cosmic Ghost Rider early, which did end up hurting our efficiency a little bit. The Secret Defenders was still able to pull through against the Spider Society team. We got an 83-57. For stage 4, the Illuminati into the Old Man Logan got me an 83-65. For stage 5, I used the Tangled Web, Kestrel, Ironman Infinity War, and Northstar into the Infinity Watch. This got me an 83-61. In stage 6, the Hive Mind vs the Darkhold, Daken, Quicksilver got me at 83-66. As long as you can survive that opening, this does look to have a pretty good efficiency score against them. Now for my defenses. My opponent did opt to use the Superior 6 in the mirror match in stage 1. They were victorious, but they did get a pretty bad efficiency score of an 83-54. For stage 2, they used Mephisto on offense along with the New Warriors into my Black Order Mephisto. Again, they were able to get the victory on this one. This got them at 83-57. For stage 3, my opponent used the Illuminati with Captain Britain against my X-Men with Old Man Logan. This did get them at 83-65. For stage 5, my opponent ended up using the Secret Defenders with Apocalypse. This was into my Spider Society Black Knight, and it looks like I almost got the victory on this one to where they would have had to 2-tap it. The lone survivor was Black Cat on this one. The total score for this attack did get them at 83-42. This is a very tricky defense in stage 4, as you can see. For stage 5, my opponent used the Masters of Evil with Dorm into my Darkhold, Quicksilver, Daken. This got them at 83-63. And for stage 6, my opponent ended up using their Cabal with Ultimus and Northstar. This was into my Super Skrull and Friends. This got them at 83-71. Overall, even though my defense did get one shot for everything, I was still pretty happy with how it performed. It basically pulled all the teams that I wanted to in the correct way. It's just I messed up on offense really bad by making that one mistake on the ISOs in stage 2. If Vulture was actually a skirmisher, Apocalypse would have been able to use the Falcon Punch into Super Skrull. Vulture would have done the assist, putting a vulnerable on him, causing the ISO striker to actually hit him and actually kill him. So this was definitely an error on my part, but my opponent, Birdman, did phenomenal. He got the one-shots and everything, he got the victory, and he definitely earned it. So congratulations to you there, and hopefully we can have another rematch in the future. I would love for that to happen. Best of luck for you as you're now in the top 100. Hopefully you guys were able to learn something from me, especially with my mistakes. The ISOs definitely matter, so please pay attention to those. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, have a wonderful rest of the day.